The internet is a much, much bigger place than you probably realize. You know about Facebook, Google, YouTube, Twitter and Amazon. When we look for websites using a search engine, we're only scratching the surface of what exists online. There are many areas of the internet that can't be found via search engine, such as online banking accounts that are password protected, news websites that require subscription, or websites that are deliberately hidden from view. There are also websites that can only be accessed if your computer is set up the right way. You might need specialized web browsing software. You can't just open your regular browser and type in the address. This layer of the internet is called the dark web. Search engines like Google, Bing and Yahoo only access 4% of the entire internet. To access to the other 96% requires customized digging through individual sites, subpages, restricted access journals, or archives and so on. This 96% is the dark web. And 57% of existing content in the dark web is illegal. So, what is the dark web? Before we start, you have to subscribe to know more about the truth of the world. The dark web is a term that refers exactly to a collection of websites that exist on an encrypted network and cannot be found by using traditional search engines, or visited by using traditional browsers. Almost all sites on the so-called dark web hide their identity using the Tor encryption tool.
Tor browser protects our privacy and identity on the internet. Tor secures your connection with 3 layers of encryption and passes it through 3 voluntarily operated servers around the world, which enables us to communicate anonymously over the internet. Tor also protects our data against corporate or government-targeted and mass surveillance. Perhaps you live in a repressive country which tries to control and surveil the internet. Or perhaps you don't want big corporations taking advantage of your personal information. Tor makes all of its users to look the same, which confuses the observer and makes you anonymous. So the more people use the Tor network, the stronger it gets, as it's easier to hide in a crowd of people who look exactly the same. You can bypass the censorship without being worried about the censor knowing what you do on the internet. The ads won't follow you everywhere for months, starting when you first clicked on a product. By using Tor, the sites you visit won't even know who you are and from what part of the world you're visiting them, unless you log in and tell them so. By downloading and using Tor, you can also protect the people who need anonymity, like activists, journalists, and bloggers.
There are several layers of magnitude more secrecy than the already secret act of using Tor to visit a website on the open internet, for both parties. Thus, sites on the dark web can be visited by anyone, but it is very difficult to work out who is behind the sites. And it can be dangerous if you slip up and your identity is discovered. What is inside the dark web? Study has revealed that most drug trade done in the whole world made via the dark web. The most famous site was the Silk Road.
Silk Road was a global drugs marketplace, which brought together anonymous buyers and sellers from around the world.
Silk Road has been arrested by FBI. Estimated profit by $1.2 billion. They could also outsource assassins hired, like films that we watch. And also there's a website specialized experiments with human. Either if you're not interested in experiments human and killers. There are sites for cannibals. There are many sites that sell weapons, manual and biological, and issue illegal government documents as passports and cards, identities counterfeit.